Alright, today we're going to learn how to make this is part 1 of how to make a simple platformer. It's not scrolling, and there could be multiple levels, but for now we're just making part of the engine. Now, this first sprite here is going to be the character you're using. You can make it any other sprite, or you can even make your own sprite, but I'm gonna stick with this sprite, and I'm gonna call it player, just like that. So that's what we have so far, a sprite named player, no blocks. So you're gonna want to make a stage, like what the player is moving on, trying to get through. So you could choose something, but that'd be weird. I recommend painting something. You could make it something like this, or something like the ground, like a brown for the dirt. And then like a green for the ground, or something like that. But make sure this is 0. You gotta make sure the X is 0 and the Y is 0. Now what I recommend doing is taking this and putting it on the bottom of the screen. The bottom. And for this tutorial, you might want to put a platform here, like that. And then we're gonna name this sprite stage. Even though the backdrop says stage, just don't pay attention to that. With the backdrop, you can leave it white, or you can put like a sky in, because that's what I'm gonna do. Now for the code. So we're gonna want a player to fall and will be able to land on the stage. So what we're going to do is when flag clicked, drag a forever block so that it's always doing it. If, and then we're gonna do this not, which means like the opposite. And we're gonna do touching stage. So touching stage, see, we're not touching that, but now when the player's right there, you are touching it. And with this not touching stage, see right here, you're not touching stage. That says true. Here you are touching stage, so it says false. So you're gonna drag this into here and say if not touching stage, change Y by -5. That means it's going down, because Y means up and down. See, now it's falling until it lands on there. But it's falling kind of slow. So you might want to change this to -10 for a faster falling. Or -11. I would recommend going from -3, which is this slow, to something like -20, like that. Because if you did something like -35, then the player would go like skyrocketing down. So I'm gonna do minus 12 for now. Pretty nice fall. So whenever it's not touching the state, like right now, it's gonna change y by 12 and make it go down. Next, what we're gonna go over is making the player move. So we're gonna drag in when I clicked forever. 2 if blocks. Don't use if else. I'll tell you later. If key right arrow pressed, and if key left arrow pressed. If you use the when key pressed blocks, it's not gonna go smooth. It's just gonna go like dut 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 dut, and that's not what you want. So here it's just gonna go like do instead. So put that in, and so if key right arrow pressed, you're gonna want to go right. So you might want to do change x by 5 and change x by -5, so when you go left, you go left. Now let's see. Right, left, right, left, right, left. See, now it works, but it's going pretty slow. You can change this to like 8 and -8. Yeah, I'm changing 9 to 9 actually, and -9. Just make sure the right one is a whole number. It's a higher number above 0, and then the left one is in the negatives. You can't use if else blocks, because if you did if right arrow key pressed and change x by 9 and else change x by -9, you'd be constantly going this way unless you pressed right arrow. Could be useful if you're doing a game when there's a lot of wind, but not really in this platformer. So here's a trick. You can set rotation style left right, which means it can only face this way, and then if it was like, and then this way. It's the only way to flip it without changing the costume. So set rotation style left right and point in direction 90. That's that way, the right way. Then set rotation left right and point in direction -90. You see, then you're in that direction, that way, you're in that direction. So you're going to want to put this one -90 on the left, so you face left. This one on the right, so you face right. Now you can walk around like this. Well, I bet you're probably thinking, I want to jump. So, we're going over jumping next. So, forever, so it's always happening. And if key, let's do up arrow pressed, so you press up to jump. Now you can change all these keys to something like W, A, S, and D whenever you want. If key up arrow pressed, then you're going to want to, let's do change y by 10. When we do, notice we go right down, right as we go up, and that's because it's constantly changing y by 12. So what we're going to do is add 12 to this. So 10 plus 12 equals 22. So if key up arrow press, change y by 22. Now you can go up and constantly go up. But if this number is different, then you need to add that number to the number you wanted to go up by. You see I wrote down 22, but it's actually only going up 10 steps. And now see, you can hop around. But also notice you can basically fly. Could be useful if you're doing a flying game, but That's not what this platform tutorial is doing. So we're going to add a repeat block. And so with every jump, you go up about 100, you go up 100 steps. Except you might want to change this to something like 15. Except I would keep it something like 10 and just change this number. I'm going to do 27, so it's moving up 15 steps. And then I'm actually going to make this 26. Seems like. See, now you can jump, but you can still fly. So why I added that repeat block in? Because now I can add a wait block. This block is a wait until block. So if we wait until we are touching the stage, then it means it's not doing anything until we're touching the stage. So if we add that there, notice we can't fly anymore. We're just like that. Now we can hop around. Notice this platformer engine is not finished. See, you can go on here like this. And the hitbox are all weird. Like, look, you can hang on with your whiskers. Look. No one likes to do that. So, that's what we have so far. I will show you other things like the hitbox and making sure it can't go through that block in a later video, also with how to change the level. Well, make sure to always save by pressing Save Project or Control/Command S, and see you later.